mic check. What is up? What is on my foot? What's up, Xenos? YouTube knows how y'all doing? I don't know what this weird scene that we were on is. Let me fix. There we go. There was like, I don't even remember ever making that one. It had a little too much going on. So, yep, that's good. All right. Woohoo! What's up, Leo? YouTube nosy. Xenos, let me get Discord noti going. I think we told you all last week, but Matt will not be here this morning. He'll be back tomorrow, though. What's up, PC Pete? How are you doing this morning? All right, we're live. Yeah, your laptop has said bye-bye. Did you sell it or did it like die? Because if it died, Omar, that's insane. I feel like we spent so much time and effort getting like, just you asking questions. I'm not gonna say we really helped much. It was that mod you installed, Omar. That mod did it. What's up, Logical? Swats Cats, Omar. Oh, Omar, yeah. It doesn't want to turn on anymore? Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Sadly, that's just kind of a thing with a lot of laptops, you know. It's one of those things where sometimes they last forever, and then I would say probably like an eighth, maybe a quarter of the time, I do see them do weird stuff like that, where like they just don't turn on anymore, which is usually something to like the battery or something. What's up?
Hey man, I'm really weak. I'm gonna take off. I'll be
okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was throwing up all night again.
Oh yeah, rest up. Rest up. All right. That's not fun. Tom has food poisoning, he believes, chat, or had it. I'm surprised he came in today, honestly. Who won the PC? So that was, it was a name I've never seen before. And actually, funny enough, their account, the only time they have chatted has been to enter giveaways. So sometimes it's the luck of the draw. Recently, we've gotten pretty lucky, and it's been like regular viewers who have won, or at least people that we recognize, like we've seen them before. This person had, you know, the Twitch account had been around for a while, but they subscribed previously for a couple months, and then they had a total of like 8 chat messages that were just exclamation point giveaway, exclamation point ticket. And so yeah, they got very lucky. That doesn't happen too much anymore because for a while there we had it to where it didn't cost toast. So basically a toast system we put in place very early on. And then after a couple years of doing that, the giveaways were kind of like just stagnant. They weren't declining, they weren't increasing. They weren't even following, that's funny. So we put the toast, or we got rid of the toast system thinking maybe that'll help, because we know the problem is regularly, like right now we have 80-ish viewers. We'll probably get up to like 130 is about like our peak for one of these streams. Now in the giveaway stream, you know, we'll probably average like 200 viewers, which isn't much more, but then right around the giveaway time, we'll peak at like almost 400 viewers. Now, a good 200 of those viewers, obviously, are just people that came from YouTube, or they came from, you know, a post where they heard giveaway. They've never watched this before. They're just trying to win something. And so what sucked was whenever we got rid of the toast system, we had like a lot of the winners every time, it felt like, were people who like did not watch us. Like, we didn't recognize them. It was like their first time chatting. And then we had the theory that there were probably even people that had, you know, maybe a couple accounts entering. You know, maybe one on your phone, one on your desktop, one on your TV. So we just very quickly, I think we did that for about a year and a half. And Matt and I were just like, dude, we can't keep giving away like these PCs to people who like literally come for the giveaway and then they never come back. Like, that's just not fair to the people that watch every day like you all. So we put back the toast system in place. And yeah, most of the time it ends up being a pretty loyal viewer, like someone we recognize. What's up, Frost? But it's the luck of the draw, you know? You'd still watch us without the giveaways, huh, Frog Slayer? I think most of y'all would, honestly. 2 viewers have won twice since I've been watching. Oh, you mean like in a, yeah, we had, well, we have a new thing now where it has to be 2 years from the last time you won a PC from us, or laptop or handheld. Basically, any like high dollar item, we're making it 2 years between the times that you can win. Because yeah, Midnight, I know won twice, and then I don't remember if anyone else remembers who the other person was. Call us out. Captain Cabman won. Captain Cabman, yeah, I do the giveaways we've done. I mean, you got to think if we've done one every single month. PC Pete won too. That's what it was. Oh, yeah. Since they've been here, PC Pete and Midnight won twice. So yeah, that was lucky too. Not even my business out. I guess Midnight, are you getting near being able to win again? Because I guess how we're doing is from whenever the last one you won was, you know? Nope. Oh, you still have a while. Next month marks my 2 years and I can enter again. Let's go, Xenos. That's exciting. Yeah, I know 2 years is a little aggressive, but I mean, it's just, you know, we did have it to where it was a year, but then I think it was either Midnight or PC Pete won one right after the year was up. Like, it was literally right after it was up. I want to say we've had either 2 or 3. It may have even been 3 repeat winners. But the good news, though, is you guys can still enter all the other giveaways. So the gift cards, the merch. For the 48-hour, we're going to be giving away a Steam Deck. We're going to be giving away, I think, some monitors. We're giving away, like, some streaming gear from, like, Fifine and stuff. They're actually going to be, like, a sponsor stream, too. So it'll be pretty cool. Last time I went 2 months ago, pawn shop loaded with gaming PCs and laptops for $400 to $500. I went a week ago and they only had 1 left there. Yeah, that's the thing about the PC market is it fluctuates so much. There's times where it's like everybody's buying, and there's times where like everybody's selling, you know. I would say right now, because of like how the RAM and like all the shortages, there's probably going to be a lot less availability on stuff. So if you're looking to buy, it's a good time. If you have extras, it's a good time to sell, you know. But I would not sell like any of your main stuff. Oh yeah, Intel Bell. Yep, we got a 12600KF. Very legendary CPU. It doesn't, you know, never had any of the oxidization issues, but it is. Is it 12600KF? Is that one of the ones with the efficient and performance cores? I'm drawing a blank here. Yeah, 10 core, 16 thread. Right. This was like the first CPU I think that did have the performance and efficiency cores that I know of. The first one in the lineup, at least, because 10th and 11th gen obviously didn't. All the ones before that didn't. And then the 12600KF, I think, was like your entry level for performance and efficiency cores. So it's a pretty legit CPU. That's why I'm upgrading now rather than waiting. At least I don't have to buy RAM or SSDs. Yeah, that's a very good point. And you know, other stuff's going up too. So that's why it's definitely good to just get it over with, like get it out of the way now. But hey, on the bright side, Micron's building a new giant facility that'll be open in 2041. So crazy in the chat. You have an i9, it's been good so far? Oh yeah, well, you know, so we always tell people that, like, we mostly build AMD here, and the whole world is, like, very, like, sorry, the whole world, I say, the whole consumer market is very, like, AMD, they're the saviors, they're the best, they're way better than Intel, but that's obviously not our opinion. Like, we really do like AMD. I've been an AMD since FX days. I've always been an AMD boy. I've never had Intel at home. But funny enough, at the office, just by, I don't even know, by sheer luck, I guess, almost every single PC in this office is Intel. McAllister's is like a 13600K. Matt's is a 14900KS. Jonah's is like a 13700 or 13900K. Zach's new PC is an Intel Ultra 5 or 7, one of the two. My PC is the only one here that's actually Ryzen, funny enough. I have a Ryzen 7700. I think it's a non-X, weirdly enough. It would be a good promo. What's the good promo for, Bruman? Bruman? Are you planning to give away a GabeCube Steam machine? I don't know. I mean, because we're definitely going to get one way or another. And it's hard to say because, like, you know, Matt understandably likes to keep stuff longer now so that we can actually, like, reuse it for other videos. I would be shocked, unless they're just really abundant, if he wants to give that away right away. But like that Steam Deck we're giving away, for example, that is one that we owned for a while. We used it for a video or two. And the only reason we're selling is because we got an OLED model for really cheap that he's going to replace that one with. If you're building a PC strictly for production, you'd be going Intel for upgrades, but the single generation socket and gaming performance irked me. No, I feel it. It's one of those things to me where if you're not constantly comparing it, you know, to like AMD, and you're worried about the now, I think Intel's really good. I'm not gonna say that they're better than AMD value-wise. Sometimes I think they can be, but I would say most of the time they're much more equivalent than people act like they are. I think sometimes people just are under the assumption, just because of the oxidization issue, that Intel is just like way inferior, way worse. Going crazy with this thermal paste because it's kind of thick. Okay, come on. What even is this thermal paste? I've noticed thermal pastes are getting thicker, chat. Anyone else notice that? I feel like it's not as runny as I'd like it to be. Oh my God, Omar, you good? Is that MX6? Yeah, it is MX, or is it MX6 or 7? MX6, new formula. We actually have MX7 here too. You got an Ultra 9, Ultra 5 in the house, Intel is fine. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I just, like, the way I would put it is I don't really think in my mind it has any disadvantages over AMD or any real advantages either. I think they're both like pretty equivalent. And like when you actually compare like price to performance wise, they're very close. Frog Slayer is telling me to 4600 my laptop. That's my Affirm laptop. Oh, that's your limit? Oh, so you're saying you should Affirm a laptop? I mean, Omar, how often were you using the laptop? Were you using the laptop as much as your desktop? Because, I mean, it's okay to be a laptop guy. You know what I mean? It's okay to need or want a laptop. I know Matt and I will often tell people when they ask us if they're like, should I get a gaming laptop? That's normally when Matt and I are like, okay, look, if you're asking, you probably don't need one. You probably shouldn't get one because a lot of people think they're going to game on the go and then they don't. So, I mean, my recommendation is, yeah, if you want to do like $400 or $500, I mean, if you have the money outright, go for it. If you don't, then I mean, you could Affirm that lower amount, and it's not going to hurt you too much, you know. You should be able to do like installments, even like shop installments, because Shop owns Affirm, Shopify. So I'd imagine you could do like 4 payments or something, even of like, what would that be? You know, $125, $150 a month. The hard part would just be finding a place that accepts Affirm and Shop Pay that are actually like a good deal, you know. I mean, hey, if we end up having one, feel free to check out our place. I don't know if we on the website do right now. Laptops come and go really quick here. That is true. Quick sync for Intel. Intel definitely for video editing and stuff like that can have advantages for certain people, certain use cases. Oh my God, the cooler has pre-applied thermal paste. Wow. That was a waste of Arctic thermal paste, chat. I feel bad for that. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna use, do we have a scraper so I don't have to like completely take it all off? We have fragile sticker, that'll work. Okay, I just ripped it in half. I was gonna save the sticker and then I ripped it in half. All right, let's just take this and go, oop. Like, look at it, that thermal paste just like didn't even, look at how it just came off, chat. It like didn't even smear, it just came off in like one piece. I don't know if maybe the arc tube's just like a little, I don't know. Thermal paste I do think dries out fairly quickly in the tube. That's how MX6 works, is it? Is there like something that I should know? Intel pack less cores than AMD? Well, that's not even exactly true, Bruman, because a lot of like the Intel stuff, when you compare the 5s, the 7s, and the 9s, a lot of them, Intel has more cores and threads. I mean, shit, the i9, some of them are what, like 24 core, 32 thread? I mean, this i5 is a 10 core, 16 thread. Most of like Ryzen 5s, they don't make a Ryzen 5 that I know of that's more than a 6 core, 12 thread. So Intel almost always packs more cores and more threads than AMD. But the problem is most games and a lot of applications don't utilize all of those cores. So that's a big reason why there's a lot more to pay attention to than cores and threads, you know. You got a Noctua 2, the pace is still good for 4 years. Nice. No, that's what's weird is, yeah, we have, obviously we go through a lot of shit, look. I want to show you this bin real quick. This bin is probably just from the last month. Oh, wrong camera. This is from like the last month or two of us collecting paste. Every so often we take it to the back and purge it. And what I mean by that is we give it to PCBros because it's like free thermal paste from coolers and stuff like that. Who buys a Ryzen 5? Ryzen 9 all the way. Berman. No, 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 no. Look, I say it in videos all the time, and I'll say it again. Ryzen 9s and Intel i9s, for 99% of people, are wasting money. Mic drop. And the reason being is because, firstly, you have to have a really good GPU, in my opinion, to even take advantage of a Ryzen 9 or an i9, or a very specific use case slash application. Which most of you guys don't have. And I'm not like calling anyone specific out, by the way. I know there's gonna be someone in chat that's like, I have that use case. I'm sure you do. Maybe you do. But I'm just saying most people, most consumers do not have the use case to fully utilize an i9 or a Ryzen 9. And if you're gaming, let's say you're primarily gaming, doing some other stuff on the side, I promise you, the Ryzen 5, the i5, maybe the Ryzen 7 or the i7 are going to be like your absolute best bang for buck by far. It's been proven time and time again when you watch videos. There's some Ryzen 9s and Intel i9s where you get the same performance, sometimes even worse performance when you're just raw gaming. I mean, because you got to think, if you're spending all that on your parts, right, you probably are running 1440p or 4K, right? If you're doing that, you're putting most of the load in the GPU anyways. The CPU doesn't really even matter that much at that point. You could be running that shit with like an i3. I'm not saying I would do that, but if you're running 4K, a lot of the games out there with something like a 5080 or 5090 could run in like an i3. And that's just how it is, damn it. But yeah, that was the thing for a long time. I mean, now some games and applications are starting to kind of take advantage of more cores and threads, but a lot of games were known for never, like even some of the highest end games wouldn't use over 4 cores. Like as soon as they saw other cores, they just didn't even use them. They're like, don't need them. Compiling software is faster in 32 cores. Oh, see, like that's what I'm saying, like Bruman, is you have probably a use case. You're a 1% computer user, right? I mean, most of us in this chat are 1% computer users, but I think it's also our duty as those 1% not to gatekeep, but to inform the people who are like, I want to get into gaming, and you know, I'm looking at like a 5060 with this Ryzen 9 or this i9. Basically let's be honest, look at a lot of what the pre-built companies do. You go to Best Buy, look at like a lot of the iBuys. I know some of y'all who are browsing PCs all the time, you guys see some of these weird ass pre-builts where it'll be like an RTX 5060 with like an i9 or a Ryzen 9. They do that because they know it sells. They know that consumers don't know enough to understand that, you know, realistically, hey, it'd be really nice, you stupid pre-built company, if you put more money into like, let's say a 5070 with like a Ryzen 5, like a 9600X. Oh my gosh, that'd be way more balanced for gaming than something like a, let's just say a Ryzen 9900X with a 5060. Like I would much rather see a Ryzen 5 with a 5070 than a 9900X with a 5060. But like I said, that's what a lot of the pre-built companies do because they know it sells. They know consumers are like, I need to see i7 in my build. i5, that can't do anything. And they sound just like that. It's like nerds. If most tier 1%, where do you put me? More than that, Grim. Like 0.0001% probably. I mean, I would definitely say you and some other people in this chat are more enthusiast about tech than Matter I would say. You guys are the 1%. You guys are probably like, it doesn't feel like it. I see he must play Fortnite. And you know what's funny is, so there are some games though, I will say, there is a very specific use case where something like, I'm not going to say the i9 or just a normal Ryzen 9, but having the X3D V-Cache CPUs, which they typically only put on the higher end CPUs, the more expensive CPUs, right? So My good example is the 9800X 3D and the 7800X 3D. They are Ryzen 7s, the top end of the Ryzen 7s. And those CPUs, because of the 3D V-Cache, especially in esports titles, and honestly even some AAAs, they get like a lot more FPS with the same GPU that you pair it with. No matter what the GPU is either. But it's a lot of money. You're spending a lot of money, so it better be really good, right? But that is one of those like weird use case, you know, weird specific scenarios where you do see some more performance out of getting like a Ryzen 7. But like a Ryzen 7 9700X versus like a 9600X Ryzen 5, a lot of things, like if I was to just throw those in a PC and put them side by side, you guys probably wouldn't know which one's which. I was telling Midnight, I'm seeing a i5 Ryzen 5 3050 for 500, which is not bad, much better than my shit laptop. eBay. Oh, dude, yeah, look at eBay. Omar, can you use eBay and do like PayPal financing or something, or are you just gonna buy it straight out? Because if you can do eBay, dude, you can find, honestly, you can find better than that 3050 for that price. You should be able to. I know I bought some 4050 laptops, and maybe even like a 5050 one for like maybe 50 to 100 bucks more. So I would check those out, because I will say, keep in mind, the laptop 3050 is much more similar to something like, I'd say a desktop 1650 probably. You know, that's where I'd put it a little closer to. It's not bad, you know, 1080p gaming, it'd be way better than what you had before. And it'll run all the games that you want to play. But just, you know, if you want like quote unquote latest and greatest best bang for buck, I will say the 4050 and the 5050 in the laptops are a good amount better than the 3050. They're impressive improvement. Rain AC Syndicate, 5080, highest settings, 1440p. Surprised you only got 165 FPS. I don't need that for Assassin's Creed, but I figured it would have been higher. You know, I have a 5080 and a 9800X 3D. And I don't really get crazy FPS in most games, but to be fair, I just touched thermal paste. I'm also running, like, I don't ever run lower settings. I run like medium to like high settings, sometimes even higher if I can, because I'm only aiming for like 160 FPS in most games. I'm much more of like I'd rather have the visuals be good and get decent FPS than like I'm trying to get esports FPS, because like I know I'm not that good, and I'm not trying to gimp how the game looks just to be like, oh, maybe it's gonna help me have a cutting edge. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it will. I think the whole getting maximum performance is only beneficial for people who are already like pretty high up there in ranks and stuff in gaming. All these high refresh rate AI, yeah, dude, that's I gotta admit, that's pretty scummy in my opinion. The fact that some of these name brand companies, like I think MSI was one of them, I think that's pretty fucked. I'm gonna be honest. Like, definitely makes me look at companies differently that are willing to introduce something to the market. Like, you guys are gaming companies. Like, it's gaming monitor companies who support gamers, and they're like, hey, let's just make this thing that's very clearly a cheat mainstream. It's like, yeah, that's a great idea. I feel like gaming in general is already kind of like in shambles slightly, and it's like, yeah, let's just keep making reasons for people to not want to game anymore, you know? Pretty gross. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, by the way, it's at CES, they basically, you know, AI is just fucking taking over the world. We're gonna be Terminator soon, but they unveiled some, multiple companies had monitors that use AI to do things like, you know, frame smoothing to be able to see basically into the future in a way. They can make flashes and smokes go away much quicker by using AI to generate future frames that aren't even there yet. So kind of like some guesswork in a way, but with AI, it's obviously very smart. And a few other things. There's basically, it's just hack city is the way I would describe it. It's shit to make it to where if you can't afford your nice, you know, probably $500, $600, $700 AI monitor, you're going to be at like a severe disadvantage in like those competitive titles where people are able to, you know, see through flashes and smokes and all kinds of things. You didn't get to go live? Sorry, Go Gadget. Ragers, yeah, dude, that freaking desktop companion, man, is like, oh man. I don't know, Chad. I mean, I genuinely feel like we are lightweight cooked. I don't know. Because I feel like AI is just, it sucks because there can be some really good stuff out of it. And there is good stuff happening with AI, like in the background. It's maybe not as prevalent, but like you can Google it. There's some cool stuff in like the medical field and, you know, mathematical things that AI is really helping with. But then there's the whole part of like critical thinking skills are very quickly going to be going away. That's the big issue is, for one, the whole robotics thing of and how quickly it's advancing is pretty scary physically to people, but then I think mentally to people. Just using ChatGPT and other things like that to basically do everything for you, and just getting rid of like any critical thinking that people have been, you know, that have had to do their whole the last 2,000 plus years is pretty bad. Because I think people are already getting dumber and dumber due to technology. So I feel like having something that just answers every question for you, where you no longer even have to Google stuff yourself. Like at least before, it's like you had to do a little bit of work to gain some knowledge. Like you had to actually, you know, go to Google and search through forums, and you'd read other stuff that would help you kind of learn. And now it's just like, ChatGPT, what should I wear to work today? As you're like drooling all over yourself. Boys Journal Star has posted twice about a restaurant. Oh, that's pretty sick. Was it good reviews, Omar? Or was it like, don't ever come to this place? I'm assuming it's good, because I remember Matt and I looked you all up, and you guys had a lot of reviews. Oh, I already installed it. I was like, where's my NVMe? RAM. Chad, isn't this so pretty? I really do miss, like, it hasn't even been that long, but like seeing this RGB, it's a 32 gig kit of 3600 megahertz, you know, it's basically like pretty nice DDR4. Just seeing this is just like making me happy, you know, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I'd ever get to that point. I always said the movie Idiocracy would become real. Thanks, AI. Yeah. That and like iRobot and like Terminator, you know? But on the bright side, at least we do have those shows to where most people know, or sorry, movies. Most people know about them enough to, I think, at least be like, once we see certain limits, certain points, we'll be like, ooh, let's dial back a little bit, you know? I'd hope, but who knows? CPU optional for liquid cooler? This isn't the cyberpunk dystopia you signed up for, right? All right, let's plug in a couple of RGB headers here. There's one. This other one has a splitter on it, so hopefully, actually I don't think there's any other RGB in this build actually, so this might be all we need. Jackson, if you want to read. What? Did you send the review? Send it in like Discord, Omar. Don't want to post. It might not even let you put a link on here, by the way. Sometimes links can be kind of weird for Twitch, and they'll auto mod them. So yeah, send it in like Discord main chat if you're in our Discord. I always thought we were closer to dystopia. In 1984, most people will opt into oblivion. Yeah, that message just disappeared. You say still smoking? No, I've never been smoking. Smoking those Marlboro 100s, sissy boys. The other one is about us closing. Wait, are you guys posting? Or was it like an old article that you guys were like, were you going through a process where you were thinking about closing or something? This is like really in here, okay. Oh no, for the trip. Oh, you're closing for the trip, okay. How long will the restaurant be closed for you guys to go? I don't know why this is as stuck as it is. I don't like when cases are packed this tightly. Asus. Oh, shit. It's like a freaking can of tuna. Don't believe what the government tells you, chat. Amen, brother. I like the style of foam where it's got cardboard in there. So that's probably why I started to get out. It does make it feel extra protected though. So fiber will be the best internet. They offer 10 gig plus 2-in-1 Wi-Fi. Okay. I'm confused what you mean by just like fiber in general. I mean, fiber is just like an internet like a protocol, an interface. It's kind of like, you know, cable and Ethernet they're not like brands or anything. But yeah, you're right. I mean, fiber is definitely the best that I know of for consumers and businesses at least. I don't know if anytime soon most consumers will be able to get 10 gig just because it is very rare that there's much of anything that can like utilize that. Most servers don't even like run at those speeds and stuff, and if they do, they're bottlenecked by other things. But I mean, we have 5 gig here actually, so I guess that's not too crazy to think about. I'd just be shocked to see 10 gig for residential. That'd be pretty wild. You can get 8 gig if you wanted. That's crazy. I think we can get 10 gig here for business. I know consumer-wise, most places, this mic's like weird. Most places, the most I can see consumers get is usually 2.5 gig or sometimes 5, but that's usually like reserved for business and stuff around here. My tower is huge. That's a weird thing to say right there. 3 gigabyte with actually near 4 gigabit has been plenty. Yeah, ours is 5, and we usually get closer to like 3.5, maybe 4 on a good day. I have 2.5, I wish I could have 5. It's funny because we have 5, but I don't really think about it. I feel like 99% of the time we do not get anywhere near 5. It doesn't feel like it at least. But we also have like other network limitations here at our office. Like all of our equipment's definitely not 5 gig. A lot of it is 2.5 or even 1 gig. So that's probably why I didn't ever feel like we're getting 5. Yeah, that's what it's crazy. I mean, so many consumers don't even know that's how it works. Like a lot of consumers have no clue that like, you know, there's much more bottleneck than you would think. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I can get 2.5 or 5 gig on freaking wireless. I'm like, brother, there's not a lot of Wi-Fi adapters that are going to do anywhere near those speeds. But it is good for bandwidth purposes. You know, the overall pipeline. The pipeline. You get 1.2 on your phone. Nice. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. BMW. I know BMW. All right, so we got a couple holes up top there that we'll use for some cable management. Cable management. I probably should have plugged that in. I'm gonna plug that in now before I forget. Like how I just made these cables look all pretty and clean and then I missed one. Oopsies. All right, this is gonna be fun to make this build look pretty clean and presentable. I think we can do it. But it's going to take some finesse, chat. Let me tell you boys something. Oh, I really wish that wasn't... Okay, there we go. Jackson, that's my word. What? Every time I like, it's hard for me to pay attention to chat and like build. I'll look back up in chat and I have like no clue what's going on. Like maybe I shouldn't pay attention, you know? I don't know. Maybe I should make this like a silent film, a silent picture. Oh my God, I just almost took the whole case off with me. See, chat, this is why we can't multitask here, okay? Do you really want your next gaming PC to end up on the floor at PCBros.tech? Because that does not sound like a good time to me. Okay. Is that RGB header still accessible? Oh, I can feel it. All right. Let's put some screws in the board. PC ASMR video cooking up. You know, I remember we did a couple of, I think it was shorts that we did like some ASMR ones of, and I remember them doing particularly well. Yeah, because I remember doing one where I was like snapping parts in like RAM and stuff like that, or someone did here. Word of the day. All right. Thank you, Beef366 for the sub. Appreciate you. Marion. I like never know how to spell Marion. What is Mariah Webster? Miriam with an M. Word of the day. Oh, this is a fun one. I know this word. It's brackish. I can tell you all the definition right now. It's a mixture of salt water and fresh water. So it's like a salinity in between. Salt. I think the ocean salinity is around 1.026. Is it parts per million? And then brackish water is going to be in between, you know, a salinity of 0 and 1.026. The more you know, chat. Or 35 point. Maybe it's 35 part per million. Something like that, you know? Something like that, chat. All right. I'm probably going to wait to screw the rest of this. Nerd. I know you are, but what am I? All right. We do the cable pull through game. I should probably just turn this back on its side. And maybe pull it off the table. Dude, where are these cables going to? There it is. Oh, this cooler is like a very tight fit. Wow. I think I need to take off this little panel on the side here. Is that pretty easy to do? Might just be these 2 screws. Let's see. I need it out of my way for a second. That's what she said? Huh? Huh? No. No. It is not just 2 screws. Ah, I see the other 2. What can I say? The more you know, the better you are. I guess so. I only know that, chat, because I am the ocean. I am the ocean. Okay, I'm trying to think if I'm going to need to probably... I think I need to put the power supply in first now. Building, in this case, solo ain't fun, chat. We're just going to let that dangle there for a minute. I ain't worried. I ain't worried, chat. Jackson is the king of the seas, yes. You guys are king of the jungle, I am king of the sea. The mighty jungle. McAllister's here. Moana looking ass. No. Dude, Ocean Man's actually such a good song. Some people say it's annoying or repetitive. I think it's a great song.
What song?
Ocean Man.
Ocean Man, take me by the hand.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, Chick-fil-A. Wow, a healthy meal?
What?
A healthy meal. You got orange juice with it. That means it's healthy.
I just chugged the chocolate milk. I got 2 meals so I could get I wanted to try these chicken mini things. I think if I was full and I couldn't eat them, I could split them out instead of hash browns.
What are they? Chicken nugget bites?
Well, easy here. Boom. Little
Whoa.
chicken mini sandwiches.
Oh,
It's like a nugget on a little bread.
they look wet.
Yeah, they do. I kind of like it though.
Ooh. We know what McAllister's into now. Wet bread. You gotta moan if it's good.
I'll get these next time. I didn't have to do that.
You didn't. I'm surprised you did.
Oh, I kind of heard it too fast.
Yeah.
Good for you though.
Oh, thank you. What are those? Are those like the little? Are they like the little ones?
Yeah, little disc ones. Yeah.
It's way more fun than
Agreed. Then just one full brown.
I just wanted to like freak everyone out with that.
You're a Neanderthal.
Neanderthal.
It's so funny. I was just thinking. Do you ever think someone's a prick because they pronounce a word a certain way? Neanderthal? Yeah.
Because it's a German word.
Homosexual instead of Homo sapien? Like that one's weird to me.
I was like,
Who's gonna tell this guy?
might be a different word than you're thinking of, different definition, you know? Which is okay. That's fine.
Can I grab
Okay,
mine?
yeah, go for it. It's a stream.
Yeah, I might have figured that one out, but I appreciate you. I'm not that smart, but I'm smart enough for that one.
You gotta see yourself from the outside sometimes.
Thanks. I've been trying to dress better. Appreciate it. All right, test. Now,
Dude, look, we're like different shades of tan and brown today.
Nice. I wanted to ask you a question, but I didn't want to be not heard because I've been asking people this over the weekend. I think it's kind of a fun question.
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I'm off stream because I had food here, so I didn't want to be annoying and chomping on it in front of you all. Some people like that, though. They like mukbangy streams. I remember there was one that was most uncomfortable I've been on stream was a guy in chat said, haha, McAllister's was funny. And I was like, oh, it made me feel good. It was like early time in the stream. So I was like, oh, this is nice. He goes, why isn't he eating on camera? And I was like, and then later it was like, McAllister's turning on your camera. And I was like, that was the most uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I was like,
now
is
it's
this what
getting
it's like to
weird.
be a woman on the internet for like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
This is the experience. Like, hey, where's the feet cam? It's
Hey,
like,
yeah, I noticed that like for some reason you have socks on. You should take them
turn
off.
up the Mac. So the question was, just imagine like you can gain passive income, but the only way you can gain it. And so I asked Cass this question. You might do the same thing, which is I'm not looking for you to game it and try to make the most money possible. Just kind of question about things that you like. Disgusting, I find odd, but I don't find it like for me totally normal. And
Yeah,
there's the
I
honk
don't
button.
like when people.
I'm not a mukbang watcher, but I don't know.
You know who is that? Zach in the back there. All I can think about is how he just loved that one. I gotta hate that.
Oh,
guy.
Joey Food Tours. No, that was just more funny. I find that people like sometimes there's that whole bit of like don't yuck people's yum. I'm like no, some things are gross. Like don't get too past like caught in the sauce of accepting everything for no reason. Like you gotta look for the good in it if you can. And like mukbangs, people are like they have eating disorders and like it helps them to see people like eat a ton and know that they're eating their small sandwich is gonna be okay. And I'm like, well, that's nice and healthy, but like listening to them go like that's not for me.
And like they're wearing their food.
Yeah, like why are you watching it? Not for me. Or like they eat spicy stuff and they just go, they're just snotting, and I'm like, someone's into this, like in a different kind of way than you might think.
Kind of like that. What's the hot ones? You know, I feel like half the time when they get to the last one, they're like snotting everyone. There's milk all over them. I was like, okay, I'm a little turned on right now, a little aroused.
Whoa. So the question, chat, I'll be watching your answers as well, just out of curiosity, was imagine you could earn somewhere between you'll name it, and then we just generally think about it. Food that like you've had food in your life that like, let's say you had bratwurst when you were eating meat and you didn't like it.
Okay.
If you gave it up for the rest of your life every month, you can never have it again. You're not able to go back on it. You'll gain like $25 a month.
How
We're
many
gonna eat
foods?
anyways. That's a nice chunk of change.
Is that the
every
question?
month.
Is like how many foods
Yeah,
would you
what
give up?
foods do you think you'd give up, and are there any that you're like, I think I'd get some more money for this? Because if the more people in general like it, the more you'll get.
Can you
And so
imagine how much money I could make just off
for a
in
meat?
Cass,
Yeah, there you go. So that's
It's just
Cass
like
did the same thing, and I'm
meat.
like, you're ruining my fun, but I hear what you're saying. See, that's all. I think that's cool. People can do it. I'm interested in the people that watch it. I'd love to know.
I feel like it's really easy. Like, asking Jonah, he'd be a millionaire quick. Like, or Zach. I mean, I don't know. Zach, I know you may be watching. He always claims he's not picky. I think you're pretty picky, Zach. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, because I did also think, would you use this like to give up? I would maybe give up soda to stop myself.
That'd be good, yeah.
But I think soda would be like, I think the highest I go on this game is $200 a month. Give up all seafood.
Seafood's so good for you, though, sometimes.
I don't know if I know what WC is, Berman, but if you tell me, I would have to answer. Am I being crazy on WC? Is that often?
Oh, wait, what did they say? Guys, to be honest, do you wash your hands after a visit to WC? Work.
I don't know.
I don't know what WC is.
I like how your answer involved your finger in your mouth as you were thinking about it. So if your answer is no, he's going to judge you.
Yeah,
so-
it's actually just, it's like short for toilet.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
after
no, I don't do
the
that.
washing room, the toilet? Yeah. Honestly, I was pretty
Oh, it is toilet. Wait, what is what do you use WC then?
washing closet maybe? I don't know.
Are you British?
I was
What's going on
wondering
here?
if that might be it. I've seen kids survive on bug juice and boogers. That's awesome. No, bug juice fucking rocks. I think water closet. Oh, that is a term for it. I don't know actually where that's more popular though. I wonder if that's maybe like a northern, southern, or if that's a.
His name is Bruman something. That does sound kind of. Bruman, are you
European? Okay, cool.
Is that the reason why you're so like mean to us?
Wow.
Is it because you're British?
I don't know how people are in chat, but I will say I don't often come at this time. I feel like the chat usually moves slower. You all are talking fast, and that's cool. I think that's interesting.
162 on
I've always
Twitch.
wondered how people keep up with their chat because I
We
love
don't.
to engage people, but it's quick. You all
We
are
just ignore chat most of the time.
excitable, and that's cool.
You guys are horny.
But you're always fast. Go gadget 360. That's cool. Oh, smile. Something give me a smile. I mean, I'm not British. Fair enough. You know, have you ever picked up though, like British slang on accident, or like any slang from any other country? You just started using it as a joke, and then next thing you know, because recently I was playing a game and I couldn't stop saying torch instead of flashlight because I was just like, "Ooh, you
Look,
good?"
that hurt. Yeah. I actually, you know what I've been saying a lot, and this is not another language, is reckon. It was a joke, like
reckon?
I've been saying around the house, where I'll be like, I reckon that's pretty good. And now I'm like using it normally, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do this.
I would say restroom. Oh, sorry, Grim. I did see you got them all. I was actually reading it trying to figure out if you got the books or if you got the RPG books. I didn't know they had multiple yet until I read the very end where I saw they had like the things. But they're super beautiful. I think they're very interesting. There's a lot I want to steal from them. The John, the Throne. They're getting different words for toilet. The shitter.
Yeah, let's keep it American in here, chat.
Yeah.
Call it the loo.
You ever have to check your humor against your fiance's? You just have to make sure you're still on the same page. What's funny? Because
I've never thought of it like that, but I think I know what you mean.
well, like I think this is gonna be a little bit of an edgy one. I don't know if I'll get a laugh. Like I got me, and for instance, I had to run it by her because I wasn't sure if she'd find it funny. I sent her this, and I was thinking about PCBros shorts. I was like, this would be funny.
Dad sauce? I think that was ranch. Go to the ranch, huh? Okay. You probably thought I was going to throw these tenders away. But we're not that type of company.
Oh my God.
That
Yeah.
was it, and it made Cass laugh, and I didn't know it was funny.
I've been seeing that trend though.
The gist of the joke was it was that old trend where it's like someone asks for a change in their meal and they like throw it away, but instead it was he goes to throw it and then goes, "We wouldn't waste food. We're not that kind of company," and then goes back and
Just
and
punches
the
her.
woman.
Just decks her.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that's the kind of humor I respect. It's classy.
Well, I see a long message about, hi, due to RAM prices going higher and higher soon to be spilling over the GP markets, I'm going to be going to a Ryzen 7600.
B580. You only have one 8-pin. Oh, dude,
Would that be good for my PC? I
thought
need to
he-
pop it in there again for us to spot
I'm
it all.
confused because I swear he said they had different. What did you have? Okay, so you only have one 8-pin. Oh, I know the power supply. Would a Ryzen 5 7600X 3D be a good upgrade?
Talk to these guys about
Oh,
power
you
supply.
can. So your 8-pin for the CPU will support a lot more than you think. You
talking
can
about Northern
support
Kentucky?
almost like a Ryzen 9 off a single 8-pin.
Yeah, let's see it's from there. Southern Kentucky still have teeth.
Wow.
They got no teeth in the black. All that fracking.
all the coal mining.
The fracking hit their teeth with frightening speed.
They were eating the oil. Get fracked. So what upgrades did I want to upgrade the GPU due to the shortages again? I would not upgrade from it. Did you say from a 7600 to a 7600 X3D? I wouldn't even upgrade if you're not going to upgrade your GPU.
But here's a question because I'm curious. How long do the prices have to stay bad before it's like
Normal?
your new budget computer changes? Like, because I know we do videos pretty quick. I think we're faster than the market can move sometimes because we have to start producing some content, and I'm sure you all understand that at times when you watch a video and gone. I'm sure, like I imagine people have watched one and been like, you all or built one, and you say budget PC, and people start to argue.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, to us, like when we have to turn around and then sell it, it's like our budget has changed. So like we're declaring, at some point someone has to say it and the market kind of agrees what budget is.
Yeah.
Everyone will have their own opinion, but how long do you think this RAM prices have to go until you look at like 2 sticks that cost 120
I think
and you say
once
this is a budget?
once it
stick?
stops moving. I think that's
Like
the
once
main.
it settles down.
That's the main problem. Is it just has not settled. Just keeps going up, and we keep seeing less and less available. So it's hard for us to not like pay attention to that issue. But once it stops moving, if a new single stick of RAM is like $120, then it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know because my friends, somebody said something. We're playing Minecraft yesterday, and all of them play on like PlayStation and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it freaking shows, dude. They're so slow at the game. We got through. We were on there for like 20 minutes, and I was going to give out diamonds because they were just like, "Can someone get me coal?" And I'm like,
Oh my god.
You got the dummy in you." He would ask for
They-
people to
they
get
have,
up
like-
basic resources. I'm like, "That's
they
the
have,
part of the
like-
game where you go get it yourself."
They have like auto jump on.
Oh my god! I told them they're like, "Yeah, I don't even know the recipes anymore." I'm like, "Oh my Jesus
Oh
Christ!"
no.
Like I'm not a boomer, but
Those Bedrock players.
yeah, those dirty bedrock players, can't trust them. No, it's just demented. But yeah, there was like, should I get? I was like, how do I get my friends to get PC gaming? And I was like, I think I only could really do it with like, just I have something and here you go kind of deal.
Yeah, it's tough right now because I mean it was the cheapest it's been in a long time, and now it's the most expensive it's been in a long time again.
I don't know how many. By the way, also curious about if you've thought about it with wedding. Like, have you thought any wedding plans?
Yeah, I mean we've been talking about them.
Didn't know if you have, because I was looking at, we're like starting to go to venues and places, and boy, what do you think the price jump? Let's just say, 'cause I was describing to the cast that I found like what I think is my perfect idea for a venue, very cool. But then I found the price like difference between getting it in season versus out of season, and that like we could get it. So I called it the orange leaf price, which I'm okay to pay some for cash. She wants that, beautiful, whatever. We're gonna be expensive.
Friday versus Saturday versus Sunday.
Yeah, the Friday and Saturday, I'm like $1,000. I'm like, in the grand scheme of wedding, $1,000 is a fart in the wind, sadly. But what do you think the orange leaf price is at this place? Let's just tell you, it's for reference.
So fall.
Yeah, you're paying to get fall. Or this kind of peak wedding season, which is
Okay.
usually in your kind of cool weather towards the end of the year, not beginning. So let's spring more of that. I guess it avoids rain showers. That's why they like it more.
Well, also, is it?
Outdoor wedding.
That's what I say. Is your girl's gonna be outdoor?
Yeah, Cass wants
Oh,
that.
okay.
So she
Well,
wants
then,
this
yeah.
outdoor wedding. Dude, I found out there's like, to give you an idea of this place, I thought it was pretty cool. And I think you'd get a kick out of it. It is a venue that is, where the Bardstown Road Kroger's is? Or not Kroger's, Bardstown Road Costco?
Yes.
Do you know where the 84 Lumber is near that? I imagine you actually would.
Yes.
It's apparently 5 minutes from that kind of area. And it's a 14-acre property.
Huh.
It has like
hidden away.
glamping and all this other stuff. And talking about a wedding and using the phrase fart in the wind, how romantic.
Yeah.
Where
No, yeah, I've never heard anyone say that, so I laughed when you said it. That's a funny
no,
one.
I see what I would do for a wedding would be really cheap, but I would say I'd probably like spend 10 grand on a party because I love to party with my friends, and it'd be an excuse to do it. But she wants the ceremony part. But yeah, this is like a 13-acre property. It's really cool. They have 65 spots where you can stay the night because they have a ton of Airstream trailers that they
Oh,
converted.
okay, that's cool.
And like during the wedding, you can hit some they have a little like golf target they can put out with some golf balls that float out on the water. And you can literally, when you run out of golf balls, I was like, sure he's gonna say he charges you for more. He's like, no, you get out on a canoe and you can go get them if you want. And I'm like, that we're gonna be drinking? He goes, yeah. And I was like, that's so cool. And I was like, that's neat. And I thought it's really cool. But what do you think the price versus in season to out of season? Like, what do you think the markup is? If I told you,
You're making it sound like it's a lot, so I want to
I'll tell you
say
it starts at
it's
8,000 to give you an idea for the out of season. So what do you think the market would be?
11.
11. It's almost double.
Wow.
Double to get in season, which I find.
16.
You're correct. You're more in there. I think it's 14, but the markup is about 7,000. The Blackacre for ours. There's a lot of options. I'm learning that
Black
like
Acre's right down the street.
there's a ton of ways to get married and make it that, but the venue doesn't matter. This is where I'm like getting this weird spot where like, would you marry somebody and if they care about it, you would get it for them, and that's where I'm at. And that's like, there's always balance though. You know?
Have you ever thought about separating the ceremony? And
Have you ever thought about separating?
We're talking about stuff that'd be funny. Yeah, no, I've thought about it, but I'm not that interested in that. I mean, we'll just get it together.
I know a friend who did a private ceremony with everyone, like really close family and friends, and they did like kind of like a getaway ceremony. They also planned to do one here locally, just somewhere, make it a little bit cheaper so not to have like 200 people at a ceremony, and then they just book a place out for a reception, just party hard.
Yeah, I want to spend most money on reception anyway, so having the ceremony is actually the cheaper part.
Yeah.
It's just getting in our time frame is what's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be. But no, I wouldn't if you looked at it because that's wild.
Today my Uber driver said, "I hope you have a great day," and I said, "Yeah, I hope you have a great day too." And I kind of like stopped, and he literally was in the car with me and goes, "Wait." I was like,
Hey, he's cool. He's cooler than you.
I got mocked.
You should have.
You deserved it.
You should have.
Left 1 star.
You should have hit him with what I said when I said the laptop. And you should have said, "I'm gonna kill myself."
Just look straight into his eyes, say it, and then get out.
Life is not worth living anymore.
I love trying to catch up with what you all are talking about in chat at times. I feel like I wasn't gone.
No,
for
I
long.
literally said
Y'all are so
before
quick.
you got here, McAllister, I go, Chad, I was like, sometimes it's really difficult when I'm building a PC because I'll look down
Oh,
for
is
like
that-
30 seconds, and when I look back up, I'm like, what are y'all talking about, bro?
You may pick a box and have it if you like, or if you want, you can make them 2 boxes and I can give the other one to Zach. You know, take a little bit of each. I was thinking about doing it. One is going to be the chicken minis, one is going to be that, and if you want to make 2 boxes, then it's like I have to
He's like, just take both and say, yeah, I'll have all of it.
You can do what you like.
I'll split it up that way. He gets a little bit of both too.
Yeah, it's a balanced meal.
Leave
if you
him
ask
one
me.
of each.
I did eat one chicken meal. I wanted to try it out. They're pretty good. That bread is really soft.
And he loves wet, soft bread, he said.
It turns out I do. The door for wedding for 40K? Yeah, I don't know. Like everyone's value is gonna be different for what it is, but I'm like, if I can reasonably save, I think I looked at the 2-year window, and the goal is to save like 16 grand, and that's if like if we got lucky and we got another yearly raises sort of thing, or Cass and I talk about second jobs, like we could save real fast. We have all our bills covered, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what that is. My brain thought it was a Yakuza reference because it was so weird. I didn't know what that was.
Seen that before?
Chat, I just want to tell
It's
you,
like a
I
TikTok trend.
can't repeat what he did. I'm not stretchy like that, but it requires me being a little stretchy. I'm afraid I'll shit myself if I attempt to do what Zach just did.
A little
But,
stretchy and a little horny.
Pretty fast,
Oh, wait, I
bear.
did it the wrong way, I think.
Dude, I
went in with my hand. You just go out. You just go in and out. Thing.
Yep.
Thing.
I don't know this one, but that seems like a way that someone bounces on it. I don't like that.
It is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not stretchy like that. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, no, I did almost think about asking. I was gonna say I did tell Cass like we could ask Jackson if we could set up a tent in his backyard. It's like he's got a great property. I was like, I don't know if
could.
he'd let us.
Yeah,
I was like, we'd pay him.
don't really care too much.
I figured that'd be your response, but I'm like, I don't want to ever cause him any issue. But I'm like, cheaper is better, and I'm like, I'd gladly give him $5 grand over.
That's
a
what
random
we are.
stranger.
That's what Emily and I are doing.
Oh,
Is
then I
we're-
would want to do that. Now you
we're-
have your.
We're renting ours is in October. We're renting a tent,
Yep.
or a couple of them, and we're doing it at our house.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're splitting it. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me. We're gonna do 2 weddings. We're gonna do one for my parents, get married in front of Jesus,
Okay.
which we're not too interested in, but my parents want us to do it. Which, if we want to unlock the parental help fund and make them happy, I'd like them to want to be, not be at our wedding and be missing something. We just told them we'd go do it, and so we're gonna do that, and then we'll be able to do our normal wedding,
Nice.
and that one's gonna be the one that we're trying to save for. We had Golden Crown Louisville. Dude, Golden Crown was for me. We're gonna get Jesus at the local. Gonna go down to the Kona store, find Jesus. Get married for them for Jesus.
Jeebus.
Get married in his eyes, and then I can go get married in
And
for fun. I was like, if there was no limit on pricing, I was thinking of like what I would do in a balls out wedding, and I would definitely hire the knights that fight at the Ren Fair to like do during the reception, like absolutely fight. It'd be awesome. What's your expectation to get invited to my wedding out of 10?
Not very high.
Okay. I have you all on there, but I was like, you're
Really?
probably like, oh yeah, I put you all on there because I was like, if we have room, I have no reason really not. Like I would just do it because I'd probably.
No, I don't. It's same as something I mean I've talked about. Is like we don't really ever have expectations for anyone's wedding because like at the end of the day, everybody's completely different. What they want's different. So I'm like, I mean, I could have a best friend that doesn't invite me, and I'm not gonna be like offended, you know.
No, I wouldn't want you to feel that way, but I was thinking, I was like, because here's the thing, honestly, if you were like, no, I'd like to, it would mean something to me, it's important to me, then I'd be like, okay, sick. It's like, I know my D&D friends would feel that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, we hang out it'd be really weird for me not to.
Yeah, well, especially, you're also like, how often do I have parties? You're like, not very often. I don't have people over very often. You are like a social butterfly. You like to party. I don't like crowds. I'm more of a one-on-one hanger-outer, not a, you know, just a group together.
Yeah, and the funny thing, I'm not a one-on-one. I literally looked at this group that I've known for 10 years, and I was telling them, I was like, I know I'm picking for my best men. I was like, I'm picking for the people that I've hung out with one-on-one, which out of the people that I love to death, the problem is every time we hang out, I'm like, well, let's just get everyone here. Like, why not? Yeah, I'm ordained as well. I've done a wedding, and I'm not invited the guy I wed to my wedding.
I've actually, you know what's funny is I've had times where that actually used to kind of upset me back in the day. Like I had friends that were like that where I almost felt like they didn't like me because, you know, I'd have them over and we could never hang out one-on-one. Like they always had to invite more people. I don't know if you ever thought about that, but
I get the
funny enough, that was
differently.
something that was like, I remember as a kid, I used to be kind of upset at my friends. I'd be like, oh, do you guys, am I not like enough? You know, like what's up?
No, it's a weird one because I have to try to remember to myself, like, I don't know if you all do it, which is just sometimes you realize things you're not great at and you have to find yourself doing it. So like the other day I reached out to a friend that I want to be closer to him and I'm not sure what that means. Like I'm like, do I need him to tell me something sad or traumatic, or I just want to like be able to talk to him if something stupid happens? Like I don't know what that means to me.
Yeah.
But I was like, let's do something. I was like, that's the guy who made those like D&D rocks together.
Yeah.
We spent like 4 hours at his house in the basement. We just made the rocks and like I had a good time. But then I left and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'd want to do that again. I had a great time and I want to make that stuff and have that fun again. But like, I don't see why more people would have hurt that experience.
You didn't feel very fulfilled.
No, and it's like I realize I'm like, I could have just had much fun sitting at home playing a game. I'm like, as long as he was on there playing with me,
Yeah.
the number of people wouldn't have mattered. And I'm like, I don't know. I want one-on-one connection more, but I just don't. I'm like, being online for game night is way better to me than going to hang out at someone's house. Like,
Right.
it's just value for what you're getting.
Yeah.
Really nice. That being said, a friend did invite me out to go canoeing, and I think depending on the activity, it could be worth it. Like
Yeah.
doing something you wouldn't do,
Yeah.
getting a real experience, but doing like a craft night wasn't, I don't think, for me.
I never made it this far into Harris Heller. I feel like it's a weird day.
Yeah, I've never heard this song.
Like jazz. I need a SATA cable.
I find picking who would do your wedding out of your friends is kind of interesting, because the people that you really want to be your like best men, right, are going to be in that bridal party. So then you go to like the next person, like this person feels like they have a one-of-one role. And I don't know, are you going to hire like a random officiant, or would you want to hire a friend to marry you?
I think
I can marry you, by the
I
way.
think actually Zach. I think Zach was going to do it. I think.
I assume. I didn't know who your best man was going to be. I figured it would be.
I don't know if I'm gonna have one.
Heard.
So that's the funny part is my whole thing that I was thinking is I'm like for my wedding it's the best men, which is all the men there. Any guy there is.
If you're
is,
invited, because it sounds like it can be a smaller affair.
Yeah, it will be.
Then you're the people they want.
Yeah, that's kind of more for me. Like I don't know. I just have never felt like I said, each their own. But like for me, having a best man, I've always felt kind of like, especially if you have a lot of best friends, good friends, you know, it just feels weird. Never been my thing personally.
No, I get it, because I was looking at how to do it, and I was like deciding, and I've always, you all know Zach Sheehy, my little boyfriend. No, I love Zach to death, and I've loved him. I kind of just decided that he was gonna be my guy no matter what.
So you're marrying
Wait,
him.
I married someone out of first edition D&D DMG signed by Gary Gygax. If you have a signed Gary Gygax thing and you've not shown me, we've never been anything other than just people on the internet. I'm just telling you right now. That pisses me off. That's so cool. I'm just jealous. I'm angry. I don't know how to feel about that. I would die. I would die for that. But no, I told my brothers that I love them to death. But I was like, I'm picking, because I think you usually pick a lot of times it's like kind of customary, I think, to pick a brother or
or
family member
sister.
to be your best man.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm absolutely not going to pick between my brothers. And Zach's earned the spot. I was like, I definitely spent more time with him. Ian spent time with Evan, my sister Dalen with Danielle, and then me with Zach Sheehy. So I can't get rid of him at this point. And I
like
love him.
that.
So and I just realized that like our personalities growing up, I don't think I could have found anybody more placating than him. He's a good guy. He would let me win everything. I don't get it. I don't get how he was so amicable. To
I feel like
everything I wanted to do.
he's still like that.
He still is. He's got more of a back now. But I think it's funny because he still does drive me wild because he has some of these weird, like, he does it, and you've seen him do it, and I don't know how to describe it. You'll get a chance to interact with Zach Sheehy for like a good, not at a party. He's a great one-off. Like you meet him, he's a good guy. You'll probably enjoy his company. If we're in the general same things, so if you're in this nerdy sphere, you'll probably get along with him. You know, he's not looking for reasons not to. But get multiple exposures to Zach, and at some point, you'll bring something up that he did in the past, and his reaction won't be to think about it and consider. And wonder maybe where he was or apologize if he had or what it is. He'll just go, I didn't do that. he goes out the gate. He's fast to say he doesn't. And I don't know why. And at times, right now it makes me smile because it's not happening. At times it drives me absolutely crazy.
Like the mic cable.
Yeah, anything like that. It's like he won't, if he doesn't think he did, he doesn't consider the world where he might have and just forgotten. Like I give it, because of ADHD, I just assume to myself I might have and forgotten. And so I give myself that freedom to forgive myself if I did and just apologize for it. Because it's probably more important than the fight I'll get here and the gaslighting I'll get forever for saying I didn't. But
Madel.
not doing it. I rigged D20 to roll 20 and made them check for. That's funny. I was asking about would I want to do any rituals with Cass. Like, you know, some people do like light a candle together or have the parents do this, like some little thing. And I was like, aside from like, I want to have a spot for my sister that passed away, like a little seat. I want to have some sort of memorial to her. I made myself sad. Or I was like, I want to roll a D20 for like the first roll of our marriage. I thought that'd be fun.
That is pretty cool.
Anything that you'd want to do? I feel like you all could get into doing something. I feel like you all have. I don't know too much about you.
You're talking about like
your relationship. I don't know what's important to you all, but like
you know,
I feel
funny
like,
enough, the closer we've been getting to the wedding, there's been times where we've almost talked about just literally getting eloped and not doing anything.
Yeah, it's all different for everybody. I'm really interested. Secret handshake ritual. I like that. Is Mormon style. What is that? Just walk up and never mind. I don't want to say that. I can't say that. I was gonna make a soaking joke. Let's just go with that.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Do you all have? You said the closer we get, and I don't think I had a.
We both just
It's just was that it? You're getting closer to like eloping.
The money and the planning and the stress of like who should have what role, if any roles. Like I don't even want to do a bachelor thing at all.
Fair.
I don't know, man. I'm just.
No, you said it right. You said
like Emily and I.
What's important to you is different. And
Yeah,
it's cool.
and Emily and I are very happy together, and we've lived together. We've done everything a married couple would do. Like we have the 2 dogs, 2 cats. The only thing we don't have is kids. But other than that, we're literally married, and we have been for 6 years now almost.
So out of curiosity, did you feel this way before you, like when you were younger, did you imagine a wedding? Like you never imagined being married or anything like that?
I've never.
Okay,
no,
cool.
it's not that I've never imagined being married.
Well,
I've never.
not like I mean, specifically as a kid, I never really thought about weddings. I was like, I never thought about it. I think girls often get told a lot about it, so I think they do.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if that ever popped in your head, because for me, whenever I went to weddings, I was like, the party's cool. I want to have this party. This is fun.
Yeah. See, like I don't like suits. I hate dressing up.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't like getting hot. I don't like crowds. So for me, it's like almost everything that a wedding is like stressful to me. I don't like drinking.
Fair.
And I feel like that's a big part of most weddings as well. I'm not a big fan of dancing. I don't like dancing in front of people really. So it's like, the list
all
goes
the
on.
stereotypical wedding things of that. But do you have any idea of like a capstone that you're like, it would be fun to like just transition so we can be done, or like have it done? But here's like, for instance, would anything to you mean instead of doing that, you just take maybe like the honeymoon tradition and you all go somewhere and you find a place and you take a picture and you're like, this was the moment we decided we wanted to call it like a transitionary
I
moment?
don't,
or
I
what-
don't love traveling either.
No, fair.
I don't know, man. It's
you
like
could go, you could go down to the.
I guess
you
the way
could
I
take
would
a ride in the docks.
I guess the way I would the way I would put it is like, to me, and this isn't everyone, but I think a lot of people who do weddings, it's
Full
because
plate meal
they feel like they're missing stuff. Like they feel like they're missing something in life, and they feel like they won't be complete until they get married, and then nothing really changes typically. I'm very content. I'm very like happy in like where Emily and I are at, and like where I'm at and everything. So I don't know. I guess for me, that's like the more important part is like not how much money we're gonna spend on this one day that we'll kind of remember for a while. It's more for me like where's the future gonna take us, and like what's the next like thing with kids and all that, rather than like how great is this one day gonna be,
That's fair. No, the thing for me is I was telling my mom like we can get married in a church and it won't feel like I got married to me.
Okay.
But I was like when I've had that party, for me that's like when my friends all get to see it, that's when it feels real to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say wife, but I was like to some people it might just be signing the paper. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And I was like it's really whatever makes people happy. For me I would find it hard because I love like I just love D&D storytelling, all that stuff. I like there to be a moment. It'd be like I'd hate for us to make a video about something that's taken 5 years, and then the end of the video is, all right, see you next time, guys. Just like I'd be like, what? You didn't do anything cool? Like no little time lapse or anything at the end just to do it? Because it'd be cool. It's like a 24-day vlog of like we're gonna do everything we love to do together and just sign the paper. It'd be like, oh, this is a fun way to look back and remember it. Because I don't know, you only get to do it once. But I was like, yeah, no. In terms of forever to one day, do you want to remember it? Does it make a difference?
Yeah, it's
up to everybody.
Yeah, I guess the way I would put it is like I like to just try to put effort in like the everyday stuff, and like I've been happy being with Emily for 5 or 6 years now.
Very sweet, yeah.
That's how like for me it's not like the day is not going to make me any happier, I don't think. But I know how to make her happy, and that's like really the ultimate. That's like the.
Does she have ambitions for this stuff?
Yeah, she's the one doing a lot of like the planning, and so we're both on the same page. Like we're doing it at the house because we'd rather put money towards renovations and fixing things. So like if we're gonna spend, let's say 15 grand, I think that's about what we're
you might as well
thinking.
build the barn and have a barn.
We would rather put the money towards landscaping and other like home improvement stuff that'll make the wedding day nice.
No, very cool.
And
That's awesome.
We are planning on some cool, funny, goofy stuff. Like we want to do like a photo booth like in the barn. Emily wants to build like archways and stuff. We are going to be renting some tents, like some really nice big tents.
I have for the record, and that's nothing crazy, but every bit counts. I have a double wide, fat canvas tent.
Oh really?
Well, yeah, like it would be enough for a cook tent if you're going to have any sort of like food
something
buffet.
We are going to do catering for something.
It can fit a ton of people under it. And,
Yeah.
it'd be free to get that one there because you might be able to, between that and the ones you have here, get some fat amounts of tents.
What's up?
Is Jonah working today?
He is, but he's not going to be in until
Later.
12 probably, or 12.
We have time to clean off his
Family Fire is beautiful.
His what?
In the middle of June after thunderstorm. It's awesome.
One more time.
where he takes pictures at the tables are covered in pools.
Oh,
Have a good time at class.
why do we want to clean it off?
So you can take pictures?
Pictures to look.
He'll clean it.
He can move it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I was saying.
Not gonna have a breakdown?
That's not guaranteed, but you know what? Everything that makes you anger makes character. So.
So I should let him move it himself?
yeah,
Is it
build
the
character.
actual table or is it the one off to the side?
No, it's the white table where he takes pictures.
Oh, I don't know why Tom put everything there.
Both tables are like
Ah, because
covered in
convenient.
tools.
It's right where the
He
entrance is.
wasn't feeling well, so I know he kind of left in a hurry.
Poor guy. If he needs help later, we'll help him. And if he throws a fit with him, we'll help him.
Yeah, no, I'm not super concerned about that
They're
right
very
now.
kind of you, though. I want to take care of it. Brain rot? I'm sorry, I missed your little button. No, thank you for enlightening me about this. I think it's fun to hear different views because we were in the weeds of it this weekend. It was pretty fun. I liked it. But I've always liked. I like the story of it all. I think it's very
I definitely
fascinating.
wish I was a little more stereotypical on it. For me, it's I feel bad because, and we've gotten in some arguments about it even about it. It stresses me out more than anything.
Oh, so listen, you hit a button.
Oh, it stresses me out just because.
Why is your screen key on the screen? No.
I don't know. It's tough because it's still so far away. It feels like it's like 8-9 months away, which I know is not far. But all I'm thinking about every day because Emily really likes to talk about it because I think she's stressed, but also
She's excited.
She wants to just get all the planning done.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like it's hard for me to think about. I always think about the now. I don't think about future a lot at all. That's always been my thing. And when people talk about the future too much, it stresses me out because or when you're sitting on out of dialysis.
Hope
I
you're
hope
the
everything's
best.
going good.
Yeah.
It stresses me out more so because I'm like, dude, I have so much going on now that
Yeah.
like is more. I don't want to say more important.
No,
but,
no, no.
like,
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You value currently more. It's hard to put the value of what they have. It's like if I brought
Yeah.
a friend in here and said, "Hey, trust him with the Toasty Bros password." It's like, no. It's like, no, but I really trust this person. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's different when it's ambitions for something, and you're like, but I could be up at work making money for what you're trying to do, and you want me to.
But
be
I also
involved
don't
in
feel like
both.
I have enough time to
Yeah.
get that money saved up, and so yeah, that's for me. That's the whole planning process is also very stressful for me because I don't know when is a good time.
morbid. It's grim.
What?
Planning for people who believe in the future.
Oh, well.
No, I know what you mean. That it can be, and I will tell you if it's something that is ever helpful. I've been enjoying the planning stuff. My
That's
family
good.
has grown up doing planning our whole life.
Yeah.
The idea of a shoestring wedding, like keeping it cheap, keeping it tight. Like you could say every guest bring a crock pot with food.
Mm-hmm.
That's a simple, easy, fun way. If you ever get stressed and you want to, Cass and I have been in the weeds and we're having fun with it. And we could always talk to her if she wants somebody just to blab about.
Yeah.
I think having someone to bounce it off. If she's only using you as her bounce board, then that might be a lot.
Pretty much has been. And,
Yeah, no, that's-
and I feel bad because I'm literally just doing okay.
Yeah, no,
cool.
it sucks, and she wants some investment. I couldn't say I could do it all the time, but if you ever want to plan a day where we go out to the bar and we do some, you gotta get some work done, and you want someone else there to talk to her and get excited with her.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can get excited about it because for me it's not my problem.
Yeah.
So I could definitely.
That's usually how it goes. The wedding planners have the most fun.
Yeah. My sister said yesterday she'd hire. We went to that wedding expo.
Yeah.
We went to one yesterday. They're fun. They're interesting. They're a good time because I'm pretty sure we could talk about all that stuff and get excited and pick things that are plannable. But I love event planning in general, and that's what my family does for a living. So if there's any questions about stuff or whatnot, like I'm sure I could help her find answers and have fun doing it. If it, upside down.
Is it?
Yes,
Oh.
sir. I talked about you earlier. I said about how unbearable you were.
Really?
No, I said you remember my best man. Quite the
I'm
opposite.
excited.
Tell chat. Oh yeah, do it. Wait.
You don't
Yeah,
have to lie, by the
Here's
way.
what the tradition bit. It's like I don't know if there's like a fancy part of asking someone to be your best man,
Yeah, where's my?
and it's like he already knows, but like I might want to just for fun because it's fun to me. Get him something special to ask, even though I know he'll say yes. So when you see me get down on one knee in front of this man, just know what I'm asking him. It's serious.
Did you enter any of the door?
If I get you jorts that are monogrammed for it, how would that feel?
I would do jorts.
No,
That'd be sick.
no, not for the wedding, for just that.
No, I knew that.
I think he was
He's
just-
excited right now.
You said something about renting the suits for us.
I do want to try that. No, I want to shoot for it because I just think having everyone rent suits is expensive. I have time to save, so I want to minimize costs for everyone else.
I'm also happy to do it. If
Did-
it
I-
becomes too much, I'm happy.
I'll show you a venue that I thought we saw this weekend that was really cool. It was behind a little beer garden, and it was only 5,000, which I don't know how that is in the grand scheme of things.
5,000's cheap.
Well, I mean, it seems like it, but this was the venue. That's the backside, little fire pit.
I like it.
And this is pretty
It
good
has
for a
that
date spot, by the way.
greenhouse vibe.
Yeah, so this gets those trees all grow in, of course, and then that's the inside. And I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, Cass also got this painting. Dude, we were at Goodwill. That's a real painting. On the back was a message from like the lady who made the painting to her granddaughter. And we are like, that is cute. I was like, I wasn't sure it would fit in our vibe in our house,
Have
but
you
it's.
pretty much just let go of the idea of it being at Ren Fair? Or
Oh,
maybe
I mean,
party? It would be. I didn't know if you were gonna explore it. more.
Adderall. Sorry, somebody said I talked 200 words a minute. I'm excited. I've got a lot of things in my mind. And I'm trying to kind of run through them before I sit down to start editing, because then it's going to all get flowed into one thing. And I'm pretty ahead, by the way. I was
That's
just
what we
keeping
call
company.
the
I thought
pism.
it'd
When
be
you
fun.
get excited about something, you can't stop thinking.
Yeah, you know, my worry is I'm here right now on it, and I have to maintain some level of that for the whole planning process.
Yep.
And that's gonna be difficult. I don't know if you maybe started with any sort of excitement, because that it is hard to keep it at some point.
Well, like I said, for me, no, because I'm not a yeah.
Not for you, yeah.
I can
Fair.
I can give you like 1,000 reasons, but I think the main obvious point is you've probably never seen me as a partier or a drinker,
Dude, I've
not
seen
much of a
you get
celebrator.
It's funny because you throw pretty nice ones.
Yeah.
I enjoy you never came off to me when I'm there as not having a great time.
No, I do have a good time. I
It
just
just doesn't come natural, it doesn't seem like, which is totally cool.
No.
That's fine. The infamous green guys arrived. I don't really have a go-to snack, by the way. I'm trying to think. I'll pretty much go to Costco, and I will like,
Ramen was like a big one.
that's more meal now. I'll make it up fancy and have a meal. I say fancy. I'll make it just more filling by adding
What
some stuff
else?
to it.
Chocolate
But,
milk, but that's banned.
Yeah, banned. It gets me in pain. I had some this morning, but I don't buy it anymore because apparently Cass is vegetarian. A lot of soy things are high in oxalates. That's my kidney stone creator. And that's
ain't no
it.
fun.
So, I didn't plan a double date with this guy, but we should do something. We can go out, and then we can at least chat about it and have some fun with it.
That'd be cool.
If that's fun to you, by the way, if that sounds like a drag, then
No, I
you
like.
can always come over for dinner.
That's what I was saying. Is it's one of those things where I still go to like events and parties. I just don't
probably
really.
like it.
I don't really plan them much
Probably more.
myself, and if it's my way, I prefer smaller get-togethers. It doesn't have to be one-on-one, but like double dates, triple dates, stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
That's the most fun to me. That's when I'm actually enjoying myself.
You know, it could be fun, a fun way. I'm like, this is just thinking of like you could meet both things. Is do a month of like, we're doing a month of meetings with our friends, of doing small little dates, leading up to us doing a date by ourselves to get married. Like we're gonna just talk about what we're excited about coming up in our future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you get to do your thing, she gets that. But then, if she wants the day of being very pretty in an outfit and getting all the stuff done. Because
Yeah,
that was,
I probably do need some. I definitely do need some hype going. I think for.
yeah, because I think there's
for
things
it.
that, there's got to be something that you want to do that may not involve like part of a wedding that you're just like, I would love to do this. And like, if I had all my friends there, we could get it done. Like, it'd be really funny. If you're like, I really want to build something on my property, and part of your wedding is we build this whole thing, and it's like I invite all
would
the
be
guys
cool.
here,
Yeah,
we
that would
dress
be- that
up,
would be cool.
everyone brings
We
food,
can be
we build
Amish.
this, and it's like then we get married in it. Like we build a tree house, dude. If you ever went to the tree house, that sounds sick. And like you have a full tax force
Yeah,
of guys
imagine just having
who
your
are there
wedding
for
at
your
your
all's
house.
day,
Well, that's.
and then the
that's what we're
girls
doing.
can have like a tent
really?
set up.
I didn't know that.
The girls could get a tent.
I like did you hear he was like,
And-
God, imagine just having a wedding at your house. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
'cause you
the
have a nice
plan.
property.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about like
didn't
they
know
could
you
set up a spa day tent, and we do paintball in the woods. Like it could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything
I'm a little scared
traditional.
of paintball actually.
Paintball
I was
scares
thinking
the
real
crap out
guns.
of me. I would only do it for the sake of making people happy. This is yours, by the way.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
It's all right. You were already trying to get it. I know.
I didn't.
I-
Well, I was like, what
Wait,
is
did
that?
you eyeball it really?
Well, I
I'm
was like,
sorry.
This isn't accounted for, so like I was gonna see what happened.
You have to stream the wedding? Absolutely not.
That would be boring.
First off, I don't think y'all would love to do that.
No.
And second off, that's just I always find that level of connections too deep.
Do we have a guide to raid?
That'd be trying to breed parasocial, and I don't think that's fair to you all.
Some
Oh,
people stream weddings.
I told Cass it'd be a funny like VTuber / girl streamer account. She's like umbrella themed, and her name is Parasol Shoal. Also, this is just another also that I thought was funny. I was discussing with Cass. Have you all seen the Ren fairs? Like there's a guy at the raid. This guy's saying, and you two knows he's saying.
Yeah, it's too easy, Tim.
Have you all seen the Ren Fair bits where the girls are like giving drinks to other girls, or like they'll pay to do this? Like there's little manacles up there and you
He
hold
may be
them,
Grimlong. He may be.
and they're like, look in my eyes, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna pour you the drink, and it's like it's just like
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like it's in the same vein as like getting slapped by the
Yes.
bartender. It's
Yeah,
that
and they're like, you dirty boy, drink
yeah,
that.
yeah, drink that. I told Cass, she was like, I kind of want to do drinks at the Ren Fair. I was like, you have to do that. I'm like, I'm telling you, I'll buy you a corset. I'll get you some nice clothes for that, because that money will come right back to us if you do that. I was like, I'll drive you there and back.
All right, chat. We're sending
We'll
you
be
off on a
rich.
raid. McAllister's pimping out his girlfriend.
No, she wants
His fiance.
She wants to do it.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
I love her. Nude modeling coming up.